Hey everyone. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about how there will always be someone out there who finds you attractive. I wanted to make this video because quite often when I talk about attractiveness, I receive comments where people kind of insinuate that you have to look like Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt in order to attract a partner. And that's just simply not true. No matter where you rate yourself, there will almost always be people who are attracted to you. That's simply the case. I mean, think about how many people there are out there right now on this planet. I think the number has got to be right around 7.5 billion, maybe even more at this point. Are you telling me that out of all those people, there's nobody that's going to find you attractive? Not true. If you believe that, you're lying to yourself, and you probably need to work on your self-love because, I mean, come on, really? You think nobody's going to find you attractive? What? That's stupid. Because even if you feel like your appearance isn't great, guess what? Personality plays a huge role, if not even more of a role, in attraction than appearance. Appearance is merely a way to get your foot in the door. And I get that it is an important one for the most part, and that's why I talk about in previous videos why you should always maximize the way you present yourself to the world. And that being the way you dress, the way you style your hair and put on your makeup for the ladies, the way you carry yourself, those sorts of things. Obviously, we can't directly change the way we look, our actual physical appearance, our genetic appearance, should I say. Like, I can't change the way, well, actually you can in today's world. What am I saying? You can get plastic surgery if you care that much about it. And you can change your appearance to enhance your attractiveness by working out to become more physically fit. But obviously, for the most part, you're not going to be able to change your face unless, again, plastic surgery, but ignoring plastic surgery if you don't want to spend your money on that, which you probably shouldn't. It is a bit difficult, I get it, to change the appearance of your face and your attractiveness in that regard. So I'm not talking about that specifically, but personality is huge. It truly is. I don't know why so many people discount it. I mean, I would rate myself as like maybe a 7 at the most on the number scale. I don't really like the number scale, but it's an easy way to kind of convey a point. Everybody understands how that works. I think at the max, I'm a 7. So if I were to go after women who are 9 or 10, I know that I'm probably going to get rejected for the most part until they get to know me well enough to learn about my personality, and that is what will give me a chance with them. But for the most part, if you feel like nobody finds you attractive in your life, I can guess that you may actually be overlooking the people who do find you attractive. And if that's the case, it's because you don't find them attractive for some reason. So, if you feel like nobody's finding you attractive, then pay close attention to who is in your inner circle. There may be some people there who find you attractive and you just ignore them, or you think they're annoying, or you're not attracted to them. And you see, you're overlooking the people just because you don't want them, but that doesn't mean that nobody finds you attractive. The men are probably going to understand what I'm saying here a bit more than the women, because a lot of guys, for them, they've experienced a friend zone, and that's basically where you like a woman and she doesn't find you attractive in some way, so she overlooks you. It's like you don't exist. Even if you find her attractive, she's going to pretend that you don't. Or not so much that. She's just going to overlook you when she's thinking about who finds her attractive. Your name isn't going to come to her mind. I mean, I've been in the friend zone, I know what it's like. But if you find that a lot of the people that are attracted to you, you're not attracted back to them, you may potentially have, oh my God, I'm trying to speak faster than I can think. You may potentially find that your standards are too high. And this is a problem in today's world because, and I even feel like I've been guilty of contributing to this to some extent with my videos, and that's why I try to be as pragmatic as possible. But oftentimes nowadays we're told that we deserve the world. A lot of people are entitled. They're raised being called a prince or a princess, so they feel like their worth is way higher than what they actually are capable of getting in the dating world. So their standards are ridiculously high and almost unobtainable. And this is a problem. So if all the people who find you attractive, if you overlook them, you may want to consider lowering your standards. And no, that is not the same thing as settling, because there are still great people out there who you may be overlooking. Maybe they're too nice in your opinion. Maybe they're not attractive enough, but you could be overlooking their personality if that's the case. So what I'm getting at is sometimes you need to be a bit more realistic. Like I was saying earlier, I would call myself about a 7. So I don't fool myself into thinking that I can constantly go after women who are 9s and 10s. I just don't, because I'm more realistic than that. I know that they're above me in the attractiveness, I guess, hierarchy, if you want to call it that. I know the only in that I would have with them is my personality, because like I said, attractiveness isn't just your appearance. Personality plays a big role as well, and you can control that. But at the same time, you have to be realistic. So just make sure you're not putting your standards so high that you're forcing yourself into singledom for a prolonged period of time, because it could be your own fault. If you're overlooking all these people who find you attractive, then you may be doing something wrong, but you should search within and ask yourself why these people don't appeal to you, because there could be some gems in there that you're overlooking. And yeah, this happens so often. I mean, all of us have probably been guilty of it at some point, some regard, and yeah, it's an unfortunate thing. But anyway, my whole point with this video was just to say that if you feel like nobody finds you attractive, that is simply not the case. So don't fool yourself into believing such stupid things. That would be equivalent to saying that nobody thinks you have any value, because I mean, come on. There's surely somebody out there who would recognize your value, even if you haven't found them yet. They're out there. And I know that for a fact, because like I said, 7.5 billion people on this planet. There's no frickin' way that not a single one of them is going to find you attractive or be able to recognize your value. So believing those things is just disempowering. It doesn't help you, and it's stupid. So just always remind yourself that you don't need to be Angelina Jolie, you don't need to be Brad Pitt to attract someone in your life. Sometimes, yes, you may have to lower your standards, but there isn't anything wrong with that. It can actually help prevent you from being single your whole life, because I feel like our generation is going to realize the fact of that really soon here, because we've just been conditioned to have way too freaking high of standards, and it's not a good thing. But don't get me started on that. That's a topic for an entirely different video. But anyway, I hope that my rambling in this video somehow helped you to some extent, and I hope I didn't offend you, but I mean, it's tough to talk about these topics seriously nowadays, because people just don't want to hear the truth all that much anymore, even if it's the pragmatic thing. So anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!